You guys, welcome to episode 58 of The Big Messy Bun. We're sitting here mid-ish January, not quite mid, but we're getting there. And you guys, I'm going to come in with some love. I am coming in with so much love for you guys because I have been on social media checking things out, chatting with friends, talking to different people over the last couple of weeks. And there's so much pressure this time of year to like do something grand and set some amazing goals. And if that is working for you, keep it up. If it's not working for you, figure out what you need to do for yourself. This episode today, I came with my papers, you guys. I've got 3-4 pages of notes here. And I was just on the phone with a friend, Leslie, who we have been talking on the phone. I think it was a 2.5-hour phone call. So not every day do I have 2.5 hours for that, but man, my heart needed that today and my soul needed it. She threw a word at me during our conversation. We threw lots of words, like lots and lots of words. But there was a word she said, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks, and it was digital diet. And I know we've talked about social media on a whole and how much consumption we take and what are we consuming. But when she said it today, I was like, holy shit, like there is a lot of stuff out there, a lot of noise out there. And so I said to her, I'm going to encourage people like to block, delete, unsubscribe, do all the things. But don't you fucking think for a second to unsubscribe to this show. We used a different word, but I thought that one was better suited for our audience. So you guys, I want you to keep tuning in here week after week. I will share with you what I shared with her, and she knows this because she's been in my bubble almost my whole life, like almost my whole life. And there's something that I was sharing with her that I have been consistent as fuck over the last 35-ish years in this industry of self-care, in this industry of wellness. And I'm telling you something, this time of year, everyone's throwing stuff at everybody and do this and do that and blah, blah, blah. There's so much noise out there. And something I can share with you that I've been an honest trainer, coach, whatever you want to call me, all of these years. And I'm just going to tell you right now, if you are not currently moving at all, your body does need this. As your longevity lifting coach, I am going to tell you this, that I see it every single day at my work, the ravages of not moving our bodies and our minds. And there's so many parts to this, you guys. But for right now, if you're at zero movement, don't think you have to jump in to some crazy ass program and be blown away because it's too hard to follow and too much to do. And so I'm going to encourage you, get out for a walk. I love taking the Big Messy Bun for a walk. I'll walk you for 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 30, but I will walk with you and talk with you and you'll get through that time. And if you listen to it a couple times a week or throw some music on, whatever it is, but get moving a little bit. That's it. If you're not currently moving, move a little bit. If you are moving and you can add a little bit more, then add to it. Add some resistance, add some lifting. Let's build some muscle on that beautiful body of yours. But I want to encourage you to try to eliminate some of the noise. So we have what's called digital distraction. We've talked about that. We have talked about how easy it is to go onto your device. Right now mine's charging. So I got my device here. And if I went to go post something and then all of a sudden it's so easy to scroll. If I went to go to my money app to check on something and then all of a sudden, boom, I get a pop-up, a notification, something else coming up. So things that you can do is set your notification so you're not getting buzzed and beeped every time somebody posts something. Unless there is an area that you want that notification for to keep you on tap. I have a notification on my banking app. Why? Because I want to know if someone's hacked into my account. So it's going to let me know if there's activity. And I'm like, I'm not using my app. What the fuck? Then I'm on top of it. So I won't turn those notifications off. However, you can go in and hit unsubscribe to things. When you're opening your email tomorrow morning or this afternoon or whatever day you're doing it, go in and unsubscribe to things that are no longer like, you bought that one thing fucking 6 years ago and you're still getting their thing. Like, for instance, like, I like Bath and Body Works soap. Okay. So I buy it once a year. Every time they ask me for my email, and then as soon as I get home, I unsubscribe because I don't want to know their weekly specials. I'm not buying hand soap every week or candles every week, whatever the thing is. Okay, so hit those unsubscribe, clean out the clutter. When you start cleaning out the clutter, you can then have better focus and you can have those blinders on for the things that matter to you. Right now, I'm working on a huge project and it's requiring ultimate focus, energy, concentration, all of it. And if I'm going to be pulled here and pulled here and pulled here, the project I'm working on won't get off the ground. And so I need that focus. I need to be very diligent about it. I've even taken the advice of my lover, and he's like, Katey, I worked at home for many years, and I know you work from home. And he's like, block out your work day. Because what happens in my work day is like I'll do a little bit of work and then all of a sudden, I'm scrolling and this and that. Or there's other days where I feel like I'm working all day long because I'm doing a little bit here and then I'm doing the dishes. Then I'm doing a little bit here. Then I'm doing the laundry. Then I'm doing a little bit here. Then I'm walking trolley. Then I'm doing a little bit here. It's all scattered. So just this weekend, I'm like, okay, I am going to get focused and get those blinders on and create that for myself. Because it's going to feel good. And it already does, you guys. Like, it already does to feel good. Or it already feels good to have created that. So I'm figuring out what's distracting me. And so you need to do this for yourself, okay? I'm going to share with you tips that will help you. I hope they'll help you so that you can stay focused and stay on top of what you are valuing and what's important to you. Because what's important to me and you is going to be two different things. But perhaps some of the things that I'm using might be helpful to you. So if there's a lot of pressure right now, a lot of noise, or you're feeling a certain way, something I love to do, and I've done it forever, journaling. I love pouring my shit out. I like getting my thoughts out. I also love pouring out my ideas and when I get creative, writing them down. Because sometimes, like the other day I was working out. Do I have it here? Just one second. I used my props at home to prop up my laptop, and I just set a bunch of books down on top of worksheets. So I was working out the other day, and while I was working out, this is it. This is my workout right here. All of these notes, these are all creative processes that I got going on in my world right now. And so as I was working out, I was like, whoa, there's an idea, there's an idea, there's an idea. And so I like to jot them down. I have them in a little file folder here, and then I can go back to them and work on them. I also have journals that I write in. So if there is something that you're like, okay, I really want to learn this thing or do this thing, that is great. But get your shit organized so it happens. Because if we just keep throwing, I don't know what that saying is. I'm not even going to fucking say the saying because I don't know what the saying is. But you throw shit against the wall and you're just hoping something sticks. I don't know what you're throwing on the wall. Spaghetti? I don't know. But if you just keep fumbling through without a plan, you're just kind of aimlessly going towards your goal. It's not going to, you're not going to get there. Or you might by chance, but if you're a little bit strategic in it, kind of map it out for yourself, you might have a better chance at getting to the end goal. Okay, so that was just something that I'm working on. Is I have a big goal coming up, big plan, a big creative process that's going down. I need to limit distractions. So that might be having to say no to certain things going on. It's definitely letting go of some digital distractions that are throwing me off. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I encourage you to do that for yourself. Because if you don't, and you're allowing all these other distractions to just come in, it's putting you second, third, fourth. And you need to be first. Something I said to Leslie on the phone was that even when I was raising my kids alone, and that was most of their upbringing was alone, I still managed to make sure wellness was a priority. I did it out of necessity because it was my one thing. Like it was my little thing that I got to do that was just for myself. And then it gave me energy to sustain raising them alone and my lifestyle and my career. So, like, I'm really glad that I found that rhythm. And sometimes, I've told you this before on the podcast, sometimes those kids had to wait. You know, they wanted to do something. I'm like, I'll take you when I'm done my workout, or I'll do this. Fuck. I was even telling her, like, Casper at 6 years old, 7 years old, he had hockey. I might have had something to do. There was times 7 years old Casper would say, just leave me at the rink, Mom. I'll dress myself. And that kid learned to dress himself. Was it a little sketchy sometimes? Yeah. Did I take some flack for it? Fucking rights I did. But you know what? It also made him the independent child that he is today, or young man. He's not a kid. And so those are the things I did differently. I'm going to share this with any of you out there that is, I'm going to shoot this to the single mamas out there, or if you know a single mama, and if you're not even a single mama, sometimes in a relationship, you might feel like you're single within the relationship, because I've had that experience as well. And if you feel like you got a lot on your plate, and maybe you're not doing it exactly like the person beside you, or your cousin, or your friend, or whoever, do it the way that you know best right now. That's it. Just do it the way you know best. Try to keep them safe. Try to keep them fed. Try all those things, like take yourself to, feed yourself, water yourself, get to sleep, do the things. It might look different. I raised my kids very differently than two of my very best friends. I just did. I had to. I had no other choice. That's just the way it was. And I used to really feel like, woe is me. In that journey, there was many times I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is hard. And I feel you and I see you and I know it's hard. But I'm telling you, in the long run, you are going to be strengthened because of this. It sucks ass sometimes right now when you are trying to juggle it all. You're in school, you're working, you got kids, you got fucking so much shit going on. Do it the best that you can right now, and understand over time it is going to get easier. It will. And pour that into those children that you're raising. I used to tell my kids, it's not always going to be like this. It's going to get better. And yes, there was times it was so freaking hard, but I would continue to tell them that. And I know sometimes they were like sick of hearing me say that, but it panned out in the long run. They now believe in themselves, and they believe that they deserve a future that's bigger, brighter, better, whatever. They also know you got to work at this shit. It's not just going to be handed to you. So the things that you want are going to require some work. And so if you're, I'm just going to jump ahead here because I want to help out. Okay. So if you're on a wellness journey, we want to figure out how to keep this simpler for you so that you can have sustainability and consistency over the long haul. Okay, over the long haul. So just a quick tip right now, work on getting some vegetables into your world, some protein into your world, some healthy fats into your world. Just start there, and maybe some fruit. Yes, some fruit. I didn't mean to say maybe. Get some fucking fruit in there too. But if you could just eliminate the packaged crap out there, or I'm going to time out because I use some packaged stuff. I found some little cracker thingies that I liked at Costco. I buy bread at Costco. I should get sponsorship from Costco. Because do I have a Costco story coming up for you in February. But right now, I am going to share with you that if you could look at your food in general and try to make 80% of it a single ingredient food. Okay, hear me out. I made a stir fry last week. It contained several single ingredient foods. What does that mean? Broccoli, mushrooms, carrots. I put beef in my stir fry. I put rice. What else did I put? Onions, mushrooms, like some vegetables, okay? Then I put an ingredient, what is it called? I think it's from Costco as well. It's Japanese something sauce. It's this really yummy sauce. I actually measured it because I'm like, normally I take the bottle and squish, and then I'm like, do I need that much? So because it's my 20%er of that meal, I'm going to measure that shit out. I am. I'm going to just measure it out to a serving size or whatever it was. I made 3 servings in this meal. And so I put like a couple tablespoons in this dish. But anyway, simplify it. Keep it simple. Okay? If you try to overcomplicate it, some people like overcomplicate. Right on. Go for it. Good for you. I am not that person. And I don't encourage it because I find it, the sustainability of it, very difficult. We've talked about wellness. If you're not doing anything right now, get up and walk, stretch your body, move it a little bit. If you're able to do more, then let's communicate. Let's get you moving more. Let's get you lifting. We need to keep your muscle strong on your body. Your muscle is going to help not just your physical self and your bones and your muscle, but your mind. And it's disease prevention. It really is. Okay, so we need to get that muscle built on that body. Now, a little shout out to last week's one of my clients, Stephanie. She messaged me just before class on Thursday, and she's like, "Katey, I've had a hell of a day. Like, it's been really rough, and I'm going to try my best to get there. I don't know if I'm going to make it." I said, "Hey, if you need to rest, you rest. I just want to remind you of something, though." And it's our 10% rule in class. It's just a 10% rule. It could be 10, 15, 12, 16, whatever. It's a number. But it has to do with how our energy gauge is, okay? So I sometimes think of our bodies as like a vehicle, right? Because it's your fucking life vehicle. Your body is it, right? It's your one and only vehicle that you get to keep for fucking ever. And so I said to her, maybe your tank's at 10%, okay? So I just want to remind you that you can come with 10%, work at 10%, and that's 100% of what you're capable of today. That's it. Come and do 10%. So she came. I know she did more than 10%. I watched her. After class, she was so glad that she came. She was so grateful. And all it took was a little tiny communication with a coach to say, remember this. So if you don't have a coach, use the Big Messy Bun right now. Right now, use the Big Messy Bun. I had another woman just reach out. This was so fucking cute. I have a listener. She's 73 years old. I think she's 73 or 62 or, she's 69, 73, somewhere in there. I know I should memorize all your ages, but sometimes I don't. I'm going to read what she sent to me. I didn't get permission to say her name, so I did with Stephanie, but Stephanie's ongoing. She says to me, she says, "Oh, good morning, Katey. It's me again." She's skipping class, but I did my own thing with my weights and stretching, 20 minutes on the bike, etc. Listening to your podcast will continue to keep me moving, and I glean from your wise words and boundless energy. Have a great week. So let the Big Messy Bun be on your side for now. If you're not able to attend the classes that I currently run, just use the Big Messy Bun for now, okay? For now. We got stuff coming down the pipe. But for now, use the Big Messy Bun. Pull in every Wednesday. Pull in and put this into your reminder system. This is the one thing I want you to remember every Wednesday is that I am here for you, that I believe in you, and you are wildly capable of doing these things for yourself. Like, you have no idea how capable you are. It's insane how much you got going on right now, but you can do it. I believe in you. Okay, now I got to shout out my lover because last week he had a really great idea and he sent me a text and he's like, "You don't need to say anything that it was from me, but I am saying it because I thought it was beautiful and it's something I also do in my life." And he said, let's say you have listeners out there that are just kind of going through, maybe you're feeling sad, lonely. Sometimes after holiday, we feel that lull, we feel all weird. Or maybe you're fucking feeling fantastic. Reach out to 3 people that you love and that you get connection from and just shoot them a call. Don't even text them. Call them. Just fucking do it. Just call them, surprise them, talk to them, love on them. And I'm telling you, it goes both ways. It really certainly does. So you give them love, you get love back because you've gave the love. It is so fucking beautiful. So that is it. Today, I just want to make sure I got all my notes because I had some good stuff written down. I think I got it all. And I think I did. Blinders on, folks. That was it. Episode 58 of The Big Messy Bun. Come back next week for a little bit more. Bye.